happy. Especially, and then when it comes to these social networks, if you have something to say and it's that deep, and you know that person's following you or they're, your Facebook friend, nobody wants to read about a situation they know they're in on Twitter or Facebook. Like, you should tell me. As you all know, I am a self-proclaimed stalker, and I'm not ashamed. I don't want to say I'm proud of it, but I'm not ashamed. And maybe I'm using stalking in like, I don't know, like too much, like, because a lot of people, whether you admit it or not, you're a damn stalker. And maybe that's what I mean. Like, maybe I'm using it when I could use a different word. Maybe people just aren't comfortable. I'm okay with it. Stalker. Stalking. You stalked me. Stalk. The world is a stalker. I'm trying to think. I don't know when I became a stalker, to be honest. I think it's definitely been with the increased use of the internet and just tools. This is the way I feel about it. There's information out there. So why wouldn't I go look for it? Or why wouldn't I, be, smart enough to find out who I'm dealing with? And that's just in general. Like, I mean, my friends, I don't really stalk them. We joke, as far as Facebook, like, people put so much stuff on there, it's almost like stalking them because you're so in tune if they use it or so updated on what they do. But he's tearing stickers. I was going to use those, but anyway. So that's a lighter form of stalking. But when it comes to hardcore, okay, I meet somebody. I immediately Google them. Whether it's a romantic interest or just a new friend. You meet new people all the time. The reason why is that I feel like if you've done something really great or really terrible to both, to whatever extreme, it will come up. You were arrested, you got a trial going on, or you're about to get the Nobel Peace Prize. Let's Google you up and let's put it in just so I know. I just want to know. You might not walk around saying I'm about to get the Nobel Peace Prize, but let me be smart and do my background, find out who I'm talking to, So that's the first thing. And usually, I'll be honest, like, most people that I Google, nothing really comes up except your Facebook and your Twitter. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's just a habit I've developed. I Google everybody I meet. There are different situations for each type of friend. Like, if it's a friend, to be honest, like, what are you doing stalking your friends? The romantic piece, when it's kind of, I honestly, my key to success is I don't start out stalking. I mean, outside of Googling you, I'm going to let you tell me. If there's nothing coming up saying that, you was arrested 2 months ago and you about to have a trial, I'm going to just let the flow, just like get to know you, I personally have a habit that I don't like to give somebody both my Facebook and my Twitter. I usually give one or the other. Now, recently, I done messed up. I messed up, and it's not even messed up, but I guess, you're comfortable, and I gave out both. Now, the reason why I don't is because usually I feel like, you might want to vent. You might not want to make a big conversation of it with your girlfriends. You might, it might be something dumb or something stupid. I mean, I love Twitter for that purpose. You could just say whatever you want. So on one of those, I want to be able to vent about you if you do something stupid. So that's why I usually don't give you both. But, as it would be recently, I have, dealt with having the both and having to be more conscious of what you say. Because, I mean, you don't want to fly off at the mouth. That's not, you can cross the line of whackness real easy. So now let's just say there's a situation that does come up and you need to stalk somebody. Something has happened, whatever the interaction, again, I try not to do it off the bat, but things will happen and you're like, I need to know. Okay? This boy crazy. What do you do? I actually don't like to give up my tips all the time because I feel like it's going to make it harder for me when I actually need to use them. People start doing it too much. But when I want to stalk somebody, of course, first, you have to use what's in front of you. What is your general knowledge of the person? Do you have their Facebook or Twitter? And when it comes to stalking Facebook, when you really need to get down on somebody, you need to get down. That means you take you a minute. You get you a laptop. Damn, I thought the camera was going to fall. You sit down. You go on their Facebook and you look at everything. I'm talking about people, places, things, what, picture, every interaction. You takes it back. Okay, I have taken people's Twitter back to the day I met them and I did not like what I saw. Okay? take it back on the social networks. You have to be in mode. You have to commit to the process because, for example, if you try to stalk me, you're going to be there for a while because I put everything on Twitter. Now, I like to say most guys don't do that, but still, you might find something. You got to go up in there. You got to go up in there and you got to find. And it's not that you're supposed to be open. Don't look for anything in particular. Keep your mind open because that's when you find it. Okay? So, whether it's a picture, whether it's a post, when I stalk on Facebook, I'm looking at every picture, I'm looking at every post on your page, I'm looking at every post you put on somebody else's page, I'm looking at every profile picture, I'm looking at people that you talk to often, I'm looking at every comment on a picture, every comment you put on a picture. I am looking. Looking per nub in all the wrong places. So, that is my first tip. You have to commit to the process. And it might mean that you sit in your house on a Sunday for a very long time looking at a bunch of people that you don't know. Well then, alright. Now, let's say you come across some information, or let's say it's an event, or something that you see that you just want to know more about. What you gotta do is you got to click on the other people's Facebook. And just a tip for those people who like to lock up their page, because people do like to do it. You click on their profile picture, you can still get at least into their picture. Profile pictures can show a lot, and they can at least show also sometimes a little bit who else they know. So don't be discouraged if their page is blocked. Just click on that profile picture. Okay. And sometimes it doesn't matter if you do it enough. If you spend enough time stalking on Facebook, you don't want to see my son right now. What are you doing? Put it on the right way. He got to pull up. Oh. No, go back. Go back. I'm not even going to tell you. But basically, he put both legs in one and it's pulled up over his waist. And clearly, it's not functioning as a pull-up right now. At any rate, so that's the thing with Facebook and stalking. Commit to it. Have some time. Get you a glass of wine. And just, be open. Because you find stuff. That's the thing. Why are you mad at me? You put it on the internet. I mean, I had to stop for a little bit to find it, but it's there. So why are you mad at me? Cell phone and text messaging, I'm actually against that. I think that when it comes to that, if you look for it, you're going to find it. Like, I'm not really into that. And mind you, I've done it before. Not to say I haven't, but I think that I've just grown to a point. I'm not doing it. We're not going through cell phones. We're not going through personal emails. That I'm not doing. I mean, you would have to be my husband. Like, and even still, like, if it comes to that, we're gonna have to discuss something. Like, but I'm not gonna do that. Twitter. I take timelines back. It depends on what you see, but usually, especially guys, they give themselves up. You can tell the way they interact. Like, they're so funny. I'm not like, I think because I'm just naturally a stalker. There are some people that I know. It's not even that I know you on Twitter. It's just that we know so many of the same people. I see your name often in my timeline, so I kind of wonder what your situation is. Because I'm like, this group of people that I know, but me and you don't know each other. Or, somebody else knows this group of people, but me and you don't know each other. What's up with you? What's that about? At any rate, it's just being nosy, whatever. Then, when it came down to it, my greatest stalking achievement was locating Xavier's father when he was trying to dodge me when it came to child support. I absolutely did use one of those sites. I think it's called Intellix. Oh, what happened was I got everything. I got that chick's social security number. Let me tell you, sidebar, for all of you having a problem with the baby dad, if they live with somebody, skip him. You stalk that person. That's how I got him, okay? I knew all I had to know for him. I pulled her information, then I got his information because I knew they lived together, and then plus it kind of gives me some collateral, like, I got your social. Make one false move. But that site absolutely did work. So those little stupid sites that are like, pay me $1. If it's just basic information, again, I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to get her social security number. I didn't ask for that, but it definitely gave me that. And like her address for the past 10 years. So, those sites definitely work. Even just doing a general search, like I started doing that first. That's how I found that site. I just started putting his name in and seeing what was coming up and then I put their state. I always do a search with the name only. I do a search with the state. But again, I really haven't had to do that recently.